Alright guys, so welcome to my channel. This is my first video, so I ask that you bear with me if I forget some things, or if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them on the description bar below. I will try my best to answer them for you. Again, so the way I wash my face and moisturize it may be not helpful for you. I have very picky skin. My skin doesn't like any oils, moisturizers, oily moisturizers. It likes to dry itself out when I have acne flares. I recently went to El Salvador. Some of you know I recently went to El Salvador for 2 weeks, and my face really liked the humidity out there. But when I came home, I just got acne flare. I had patches of acne and pimples all over my forehead, and it was going crazy. And I would think, like, why didn't it go crazy in El Salvador if that's a complete different climate? Why, I don't know. But what I'm going to show you today is what I've been using for the past couple weeks that I've been back. It actually, my face likes this treatment, so I hope it works for you. First off, I washed my face with the Castile Soap. This is an organic soap. I use the hemp peppermint. Love this stuff. I've been using this for, well, some years now, probably about 2 years. Love this stuff. My family uses it. It clears out our acne pretty fast just because our faces like to dry up quickly. So this is it right here. So all of these products that I'm showing you today, I will be putting down in the description below, as well as a link where you can buy them. Your nearest Target, Walmart should carry them. I have a little bottle right now. The little stickers all weird because I use it almost every day. I usually just refill it just because that big bottle is kind of inconvenient. But I refill it to this little bottle. I probably refill it every month or so, give or take. I wash that with warm water and I leave it in there for about a minute, rubbing it in there. Once you start to, because this is peppermint, so your face really feels like it's breathing, it feels like it's actually being cleaned out, it feels really good. You'll feel a big difference. You'll feel that your face and your pores are actually breathing. So I really like that stuff. I think that's why my face really likes it. Best stuff ever. I use a mask that's called the Dead Sea Mask by Bath & Body. Here it is. It is awesome. I bought it just because I was on Amazon one day, and for Valentine's Day I wanted to treat myself. So I bought it and I was like, I'll see if it works. If not, then oh well. I bought it. I believe it was a little bit inexpensive. It was like $9. But now that I go on Amazon, it's not on Amazon anymore. But if you actually go to their actual website, they actually have it on there for $15. Still, it's not that bad compared to other masks and stuff. So I'll show you what it looks like. I wonder if you'll be able to see it. It's kind of gray, a little bit of a green undertone, and it has some white flakes in there. So I don't know how to describe how it smells, but it smells clean. It smells like something. I don't think it smells gross. There are some soaps out there for the skin that just smell horrible. This doesn't smell bad. It does just have a smell though. It just smells like a clean paste, because that's what it is. So I apply this once my face is completely dry, and I put it on there with a foundation brush that's really clean. I only use that for my face and my masks, and I leave it on there for about 20 minutes before it dries. When you first put it on, it's gonna hurt a little bit because you are gonna feel it clean in there, especially after you use that peppermint. Your face is already a little sensitive just because it feels so cleaned out. This is perfect. This has minerals. This has, forgot what else it had. But for me, here, I'll even read you the little description. It says, a deep skin cleanser from the Dead Sea helps reduce acne and pores, and best results use every 3 to 4 days. So I kind of do that. But yes, it really does work. The description, I guess, didn't really help as much. Then it just says directions. But for me, what this mask does is it helps dry out my skin, but not to the point where it feels like, ooh, like it can't, like it's cracking. That's not what it does. I've used the, a mask that clay mask. That mask does irritate my skin. It is way too hardcore. It dries out my skin like beyond what my face likes, and I don't do that one very often. I'll do that one if I see myself getting oily, not acne. If I see myself getting oily, just because that will dry out my skin a little more, and sometimes my natural oils makes me break out sometimes. But this, it dries out my skin to where it likes it, but not to the point where it can't come back from it. Wash this off, and once your face dries out, you don't feel like you need to put a moisturizer on right away. Your face kind of just feels clean. It kind of feels stale. For my girls out there, I love this product because the next day I put on makeup, it looks flawless. The Dead Sea Mud Mask Deep Skin Cleanser, and it really is. It really is. I really highly recommend it. For my oily people out there, I think it would help you. I also believe that the Castile Soap will help you. If you don't really want that like dryness, you know, you can always put on a moisturizer or oil, whatever your face prefers, right afterwards. Again, if this is your first time using the mud mask, and let's say you break out the next time, that's probably not the mask for you. If your face likes moisturizers and oils and things like that, I would recommend it, you know, just try it. And if your face doesn't like it, it's cool, back off. I will be doing some videos for my oily people's skin. I do know quite a few people who have oily skin, and they ask me for recommendations for what should they use or products should they use. And I've been doing masks, my own natural masks, masks online. Masks are my thing. I love them. I wear one every week, probably like 5 times a week if I have time, but I love them. Last but not least, my favorite thing ever to put on my face, honey. Oh my gosh, I love putting this on my face. It feels so nice. Just rubbing it in there, and later on in the video, you'll see that I just love it. I love putting honey on my face. This is raw and unfiltered LR rice. Local Colorado honey. Gluten-free product of the USA. I don't use organic honey. I mean, honey is honey, whether it has GMOs or not. I mean, it's raw, unfiltered. One thing this is probably contradictory, but I won't use or consume certain types of honey. But I mean, I was looking at this one. It looks legit. Doesn't look like that weird. There's some weird packaging for some honey, so I'm just like, I'm gonna stay away from that one. But this honey, it works for my face. Honey's really good with your acne. It's antibacterial. So after I dry out my face, with the soap, with the mask, I go in with the honey, and I leave that on as long as possible. Sometimes I leave it on for 20 minutes just in case like I have to like jump and get out the house quite soon, but I still want to have something on my face. I love using honey as a moisturizer. Honey does not make me break out. I have never ever had an issue with honey where it made me break out because it's sugar. I know quite a few people break out if they eat sugar or if they eat certain types of meat. Honey on my face, love, 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 does not make me break out. Now, this is coming from a dry skin type. Oily skin types, I'm not sure. I haven't practiced on your face with honey. I do know quite a few friends with oily skin that I can ask to put honey on their face and see how it feels. But for me, with dry skin, who likes to stay dry, full on desert rat, full on, love the dry skin, love the dry weather, favorite. Honey is literally the best. Like, I could put honey after I just simply wash my face and skip the mud mask. My face looks great. Coming back from El Salvador and having that big acne flare-up, these 3 things have really helped me get rid of that. My face has stopped breaking out. You can't see it right now, and later in the video you won't be able to see it either because I've been doing it quite so often, this routine here, and it's been clearing up my face. I don't have problems with severe acne. I don't. But I do have problems with acne patches. Like on my chin right now, I still have like an acne patch. It gets really hard, crusty, kind of gross, kind of red. In the video you can't really see it because it's starting to like ease off, go off, go away. So I really do believe it's these 3 things that I'm using right now. Aloe vera is also really, really good for your skin. Face loves it. Right now I don't have any, but honey, A1. Aloe vera, A1. If you want to do this routine and then put aloe vera on your face, perfect. If you want to skip the mask and just put your soap and aloe vera, perfect. Your face will love it. Natural things like that don't make me break out. I don't know, I'm pretty sure, they're kind of oily or something, but it's so natural that my face just does not mind it. So thank you for watching. I will show you my routines that I wash my face. That's coming right up. I apply these things. Of course, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will put descriptions of the things that I use on the description bar. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. Those of you who know me. If you have questions, DM me, text me, follow me on Snapchat, Instagram. I have a Facebook. I don't really use it, but I mean, if you want to message me on Facebook, I'll try to get back to you on that. I'm a little slow on Facebook. Not that high tech on there, but you're more than welcome to find me on Facebook. Thank you so much for listening and continue watching. You'll see my routine. Bye. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you my face routine. Show you how I move my hands during my face washing routine, whatever, just tips so that you guys can use. Stay tuned. So when I wash my face, I just do circular motions. This is the peppermint Castile soap that I'm using. I leave it on there for about a minute or so and constantly move it in there. I do use warm water, depending how I'm feeling, maybe some hot water. I leave it on my skin, open up those pores. But lately, since I've been having some acne issues, I've been using warm to hot water. So I'm hoping it's working. And this one, the minute you feel it, because it is peppermint, the minute you put it on, you really do feel it. You feel your face breathing, you feel your face so clean. If you ever had any sort of soap that has peppermint in it, or like spearmint, whatever, minty flavor, your skin feels really clean. And that's why I like this soap. And it dries out my skin perfectly. Okay, so after I wash my face, I let it dry out for a little bit, because once I go in with the Dead Sea mud mask, I don't want it to not be able to dry out. It takes like about 20 minutes to fully dry out, and that's usually the amount of time that I leave it on there. So, but I do apply it with like a foundation brush. I wash this every time. I kind of have to. I use the mud mask with it, or my honey with it sometimes. So let's open it up. And this is how much I've used right now. Hopefully the camera's adjusting. And so I go in with my brush. I just scoop it out. Grab a mirror, or if I'm like in my bathroom. Move my flyaways from my face, because it will harden. And here we go. I do have acne patches on my forehead and on my chin. So I usually put a little bit of a thicker layer on my chin. And I do have quite a few blackheads on my nose, so I also like to keep it thick there. Putting that on. I don't put it too close to the eyes just because it is a strong feeling when you put it on. It feels like it's really cleaning your skin, so I do not put it close to my eyes, nor do I recommend it. It will hurt. So, just like in that ball area, circle area of your eye. I do come in here because I get little pimples right in there, and right on my forehead. There we go. Some of my hair does get in there, but it's okay. It's gonna wash out anyways, so do not mind my hair. There was a time that I used this quite often, so I stopped feeling the intensity of the mask, so I stopped using it for a minute. But I started using it again. Because I would use it once a week, and then I started using it every like 4 times a week maybe. And then I wouldn't feel it as much because I was kind of used to it. So now we wait. So the patches I had are right here. Cover them up. My forehead too. I have like some pimples here and there. But for the majority part, that is what I do with this one. And I put it away. So now we wait. Okay, so I just want to show you how it looked dry. This is like a thinner layer. I guess I didn't pack it up on there. Thought I would, but I mean I don't mind. So it is kind of thin. But I scoot in a little bit. So it's all dry. It's been about 20 minutes, a little more, probably like 25. So I'm just gonna wash it off. I'm not gonna use any soap. So it's gonna take it off. It's a little tricky to take off, so make sure you wash it off as much as possible before you open your eyes. I've done it while it was still kind of on and it kind of stung. So just make sure that you don't really feel it on your skin or around your eyes before you open your eyes, and then start taking off the outside part. So I used to use that product solely at night just because it would give me like a greenish gray undertone because that's the color of the mud mask. See the natural light, I wonder if you can see it. I have a very yellow undertone, so right now I do look a little more green. That's usually why I used it at night, but since afterwards I started putting honey and then washing my face again, it kind of removed that greenish gray undertone. So, and again, I didn't wash my face with anything, no soap, no nothing, just warm water. Took it off, made sure it all came off. And now I'm going to go with my raw unfiltered honey. I used to use a brush to apply the honey with, but it got actually pretty hard to do that. So I just only started using my fingers, and it applies on a lot better. So I just open it like a regular mask. Straight on honey. My face fully dried. I was hoping it didn't dry as much, but it did. Honey's very thick, so I just do recommend to be careful. I'm going to start in those areas where I have my acne problem. And apply that everywhere as I go. So, let's say honey is a liquid. So when, let's say you dump water on a table and you clean it with a towel or something, you're gonna see like streaks, or like the water, because it's polar, it's gonna attract to itself, and you're gonna see like little holes on the water. Well, same thing with honey. So with honey, I've noticed that like if I leave it on my face, sometimes it kind of pulls itself back together. So I like to just rub it in there for a while. I mean, it feels really good. If you ever put honey on your face, if this is the first time you're doing it, honestly feels so nice. It just feels like, I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion, but I like putting honey on my face. It just feels good. And since I kind of don't have a mirror right now, I wonder if I got all my face. Oh, it's not high enough. Ooh, yes, I did. Honey's actually really good. Even though I don't like keeping food in my room, I like keeping honey in my room, not just for my face, but at night I usually my throat gets really dry, and I keep forgetting to buy a humidifier just for my room. But let's say my throat really hurts and I don't really have a cough drop, I will get a teaspoon of this honey right here, and I will just drink it. And it's good. It like coats your throat. You don't feel so dry. So yeah, so the honey's doing what I said it would be doing, because it didn't mix with the water because my face was a little dry once I put it on there. So, but I mean, I don't mind leaving it on like this. But if you can see, it kind of like, I don't know if you can see, but if you can, you'll see it kind of like coming together. So I'm going to leave this on for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to wash it off with hot water. And that was it for this video, and thanks for watching. I hope this works for you. It honestly helps me out after coming home from El Salvador and just full-on acne flare. So I really hope it works for you. Let me know in the comments below if you like it or not. Again, I will be putting all the ingredients that I've been using on the description bar. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe.